Hi guys, coming to you live with our Worthy Me movement. We have only 2 days left. Today we're starting a little bit sooner simply because I'm going to pick up my beautiful Rue. One of my puppies had a procedure and I need to pick her up. So I appreciate your consideration. So we are finishing Worthy Me Journal. We actually have done all the pages, and one of you reached out to me and pointed out that I missed two back-to-back pages. So today is day 102 of our journey, and we're going back to page 93. On page 93, we're activating a powerful concept from Galatians 5:1, and that concept is it is for freedom that Christ has set us free. So, what has Christ set us free of? Free of death, the concept of death and dying, where the physical matter does return to earth, but the spirit continues to go on. And equally free from spiritual death, the burden of guilt, the burden of heaviness of guilt. And so, while we're set free, a lot of us do not choose freedom, consciously or subconsciously. We choose imprisonment. And do you know how you know that you're choosing imprisonment? Is when you voluntarily give capacity for somebody outside of you dictate how you feel inside. That is the ultimate form of freedom. And so your worth being restored automatically restores the feeling of freedom. Because when you remember that you are a child of God, you have a claim on infinite freedom. And when you have a claim on infinite freedom, you live from your infinite worth. For the exercise from the book, one of the beautiful second sections in the journal is I'm worthy of wholeness, and the subcategory is I dream. A lot of us forgot how to dream. You know, one of our journals actually is called Dream Me, that takes you from how to dream at night, God-sized dream, to then make it alive in the morning, if you wanted to go into that journal next. But what is the dream? What is your sacred secret dream that you did not think you were worthy of? You know, I had a client who in her mid 40s came to me and she said, I want to shift and to expand my professional business empire. She's 45 or 46. And during the session, it became very apparent that expanding a business empire was a distraction from what she believed she was unworthy, or it was impossible and improbable for her to do and to have, which was having a child. So I suggested to her that if that is her sacred secret dream, that we would put the expansion of empire on pause and allow for her to pursue it because she was worthy of having her dream. And so she started the process, she and her husband started the process of adoption, only to find out very few months into it that she was pregnant. And now 9 years later, she has that 9 year, not quite year old child with a 6-year-old sibling. And guess what? Her business did expand naturally without her having believed that it was too late for her. Some say it's impossible. In her case, it was an incredible blessing because she was going to pursue the dream of being a mother in a different way. It might or might not be your dream at all. This is not what I'm sharing here. What I'm sharing here is that if you put yourself in a prison of it's too late for me, I can't do this because that is the imprisonment. Be free to pursue the sacred secret dream in your heart. Ask yourself, if this were possible for me, how would I make it probable? Maybe it's not an exact way that you were going to have it or do it. Actually, yesterday, I had a very interesting occurrence in the morning. I was in my bathroom praying over something, and what came very clearly to me is that now that you are so clear on your desire and you surrender your desire, then pray next for God's will and God's way, because it is always the best outcome. And so once you know what you want, surrender it fully to God's will and God's way and pray to know what that is. and pray to know what that is, because that will always expand your freedom, because God's will is always your freedom and your worth. And God's way is always your freedom and your worth. So as you surrender to those, you will have all the other secondary ambitions and dreams come true. So that is what I have for you, and I will see you tomorrow for our very last Worthy Me Movement live, after which we will actually start the Lord's Prayer in quantum terms, where we will do the Lord's Prayer every day, and we will decipher one of the parts in quantum personal development terms. Love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. And until then, you're worthy of God's infinite love.